the best when it was at its peak, which has now metamorphosed into Unilever. That was a great institution.
It is still a great institution.
It's a federal university of repute.
It's still now.
We are great men in the days of your attempt. That's what we have to take. After his law to bar, he practiced law, not in all ramifications, before joining the law bench. Later, elevated to the office of the Chief Registrar of the Continental Company of Southern Delta State, where he stayed for years. And the reason why he stayed there for years was for a purpose. The office of the CRO is the NG room, the administrative hub of the Delta State Government of Company. But there's time for everything. He was eventually made a judge, and his death date, like yesterday and 2 days ago, he was there with us, where he held court for the president of the Government of Company. He is the chairman of today's segment, and the lecture is to deliver his elections, the challenge of maintaining professional ethics and decorum. We will do justice to this lecture, and it's a dinner lecture where we will be eating and dining simultaneously while the lecture is going on. But I gave our indulgences that we should remain calm, attentive, and pay attention to this lecture, which we will never want to miss in our lives. Also permit me to call the chairman of our branch and proceed to the high table. I will read this video to call the juggernauts, who by progress is the oldest practicing lawyer in circulation. In our midst, I'm not saying it's Old Testament, that's not what I said. Noble J.O. please, God may not be happy. I want to acknowledge the presence of Barrister David Igbodo, the Director of Police, the Mayor of the Police, and he delivered the lecture this morning. Please, we may have to little departure from the protocol, but I must acknowledge the presence of Reverend J. Jama, our past MD chairman. He's there and he's beautiful one. Professor Sessi Okubo, the Dean, Faculty of Law, University of Delta. We acknowledge you, your co-staff, and your students is also here with us. Please, the list is permanent. Take it that wherever you are, it's the high table. But take it that your table is the highest table. We have other past chairman here. Austin, Opus Iwebu is here. Here. Don't worry, I'll see him. My brother, the Colossus, Benjamin, he said it. I will give him the name. He's also here now. That is a detonator. So, let's start this segment. We try to fast track the event. As other dignitaries come, they will be duly announced and appreciated. Beloved, Sir, we have always started every session with prayers. The other time, Dr. Atkins did the opening prayer. I think God accepted it. But this time, Madam, permit me to come and pray to do the prayer for us. Everybody come and please.
Let's make it rise as we pray. Almighty God, the creator of heaven and earth, we surrender unto you because you are the number one. There is nothing we can do without you. So we come before you to take permission that you come and lead us in this dinner. Every activity we will carry on here, come and ordain it. Let it be faithful, let it be successful. That at the end of it all, your name alone pray through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Please, we should all be seated and pay attention.
I'm the chairman of session. Chairman of session. Distinguished members of the Agbor Association, in particular, my organ, Joseph Bernard. I got in chambers. This lecture, please don't expect much. On Friday, about a Friday night, about a quarter to 1 a.m. night, my phone rang. I looked, it was SOE Benova. And I was surprised that he was calling me about that. As I tried to pick the phone number, I waited for him to call back, he didn't call. I just felt that it was a mistake. He didn't want to call me.
I was afraid of contact.
So, Saturday I called him. He called me today. And I think that he called me in the night. And I think he didn't say anything. I said, yes, it was true. I didn't want to disturb me in the night. Like, you actually disturbed me, you opened my door. But I said he wanted to invite me for the MBA LAWWEEK. He didn't tell me that I was to present the paper. So I didn't know. On Sunday I was in the church when he called me. I told him, I sent him a message on the church to talk after church service. When I came back, I saw an invitation. And I thought it was just an invitation to this LAWWEEK. I didn't know that I was to present the paper. It was as I was looking for worry, that day because I had a judgment to deliver on Tuesday. So I picked the paper. It was later I saw that I was to present the paper. I didn't know. And I had to finish my judgment on Tuesday before I look at the paper. So on Tuesday I delivered my judgment with worry. I came back as a man. I planned writing or preparing for this paper on Wednesday, but I got a call from my head of court who wanted to be here. Then she couldn't be here. I should please represent her with the wife. So on Wednesday I was here. No time to prepare for the paper. The first and second thing. So yesterday I managed to scribble one or two things. Today I came in the morning, I checked my morning session. Now I am here. So whatever you see, I manage it like that. It's very I must say that I am very impressed with this law, particularly with your thing, which is future-proofing Nigeria's democracy, credible elections, and legal process. The thing is so beautiful, and the topics you chose are so apt and so beautiful. I thank those who chose these topics. I came here the first day and I witnessed the fireworks from the Venice Hill, which has made me. I was there for the second lecture, beautiful lecture delivered by the General Commissioner for Justice. Quite beautiful, topics are beautiful. Then please, like the chairman said in the morning section, we have not just come here to talk and go. We have come here to learn. Whatever we learn from this place, let us try to put it in practice. My paper is about ethics and professionalism. No matter how much talk we do, if you don't want to behave ethically, you will not behave ethically. What is ethics? It's just choosing between good and bad. If you want to look good, you will do good. If you want to do bad, you will do bad. Then let your training and your conscience decide what to do. So that is just all the people is about. Ethics, professionalism. These are the elections. So, democracy was defined by U.S. President Abraham Lincoln in his 1863 Gettysburg Address as government of the people, by the people, and for the people. For any nation to operate a healthy democracy, certain essential components must exist. These include the people, an electoral umpire, political parties, and the justice system, comprising both the bar and the bench. For these components to function effectively, there must also be laws regulating it. In the Nigerian context, the principal legal frameworks governing elections are the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, the Electoral Act 2026. For the purpose of effectively discussing this topic, we'll also make reference to the Legal Practitioners Act and the Rules of Professional Conduct 2010. Now, 27 years of democratic governance, the judicial system has played a significant role in shaping our democracy through the instrumentality of lawyers who institute pre-election and post-election matters, and judges who interpret and apply the laws in resolving electoral disputes. Some landmark election cases since 1999 include Agbor and INEC and others, 2008, where the Supreme Court held that political parties rather than individual candidates own the mandate. In the Bill 2006, which reinforced the principle that election petitions must be filed and concluded within strict statutory time limits, thereby putting an end to endless litigation and stolen deadlines. Then Agbor and INEC 2023, where it was held that petitioners challenging election results must call polling unit agents as witnesses, and that INEC is not legally required to transmit election results electronically. Arising from these cases and a deluge of other cases, one truth emerges. Although beneficial for lawyers' pockets, it is rather disturbing. It is the fact that increasingly election outcomes are shaped not by voters in polling units, but in courtrooms through the conduct of lawyers, bar and bench alike. This readily brings the issue of professional ethics from the periphery to the center of the electoral jurisprudence. So, in May against Haruna and others 2025, the Supreme Court acknowledged that legal practitioners are not merely partisan actors, but officers in the administration of justice. A forensic examination of the Senate cases reveals a judicial trajectory that election litigation is not an exercise in rhetoric. It is an exercise in strict proof. So in Oke and another against Mimiko and others, 2013, the Supreme Court held that the petitioner must prove not only that there was non-compliance, but also that such non-compliance affected the result of the election. This again places heavy responsibility on legal practitioners. Over the years, it has become evident, and some lawyers have engaged. It has become evident that some lawyers have engaged in conduct amounting to professional misconduct in election-related matters, often in a bid to satisfy the demands of their clients. Such conduct includes phone shopping, desperation to protest, to procure court orders, filing of LAWWEEK and frivolous cases, absence of candor in lawyer-client relationship, unhealthy relationship between lawyers representing the electoral umpire and lawyers representing victorious candidates, delay tactics, media trials, absence of decorum, and corruption, to mention but a few. All these are ethical issues that obviously affect election. Let us talk a little about forum shopping. One of the historical distortions in Nigerian electoral litigation has been forum shopping, and it is strategic filing of identical or related pre-election matters across different friendly courts in search of favorable outcomes. The Electoral Act 2026 responds to this by tightening jurisdictional pathways in pre-election matters, particularly by centralizing most disputes within the Federal High Court structure and streamlining appellate progression. This reform is significant because it reflects legislative recognition of a hard truth. That is, electoral instability is often manufactured before election day through litigation strategy rather than voting irregularities. Some of these actions intended to destabilize the system are backed by lawyers. You will see a matter, a political party, one of the persons who are destabilizing, the lawyer will go to the court to file an action and say, I'm the head of this fashion. Another one, I'm the head of that fashion. The matter goes to court. You have matters here and there, filed by lawyers, not just for the matters themselves, but to use later. After you have called your proper, you say, no, this fashion I did this proper, is not the proper fashion, it's that fashion. Problem of you throw this banner in the will. Before the day, you use litigation to prepare as what I call landmines or electoral mines to be used in the future. However, Nigerian jurisprudence teaches us something equally important. Structural reform does not eliminate human ingenuity. Even when legislative checks are put in place, litigants through their lawyers may still engage in procedural manipulation. As the courts have constantly shown in election matters, law regulates conduct, but ethics determines how far conduct stretches. Forum shopping creates conflict in judicial results, confusion, and uncertainty. It degrades the respect the society has for the legal profession. The law may be an ask, that a lawyer should not be governed. It should be held in high esteem. Today, I will have to assess the timetable for the election. We are not sure of what the timetable is. One court has given judgment that INEC has no power to draw the timetable, which it has. Another court is placed has said no, INEC has power. And as we are here today, we don't even know where we stand as the timetable for the forthcoming elections. This is one of those things we're talking about here. Candor in lawyer-client relationship. Perhaps the most under-discussed issue in Nigerian electoral litigation is not jurisdiction or procedure, but the relationship between the lawyer and his client. A significant proportion of election disputes arise from emotionally charged instructions rather than legally sustainable grievances. At that stage, the lawyer assumes a critical ethical responsibility, the duty of candor. He is expected to give his client a sincere and candid advice on the prospects of the matter sought to define. The Legal Practitioners Act and the Rules of Professional Conduct require a lawyer to act as an officer of the court, not merely as an instrument of client law. This duty includes advising clients honestly on the evidential burden imposed by the electoral law, the likelihood of success, and the legal consequences of pursuing weak claims. When lawyers fail in this responsibility, litigation proceeds, not because it is legally justified, but because it is strategically designed. The courts have repeatedly warned against abuse of court process. In election jurisprudence, abuse is not theoretical. It manifests in weak petitions filed without polling unit evidence, speculative claims, and politically motivated implications dressed as legal penalties. As the Supreme Court has consistently maintained, election petitions are not vehicles for satisfaction. They are strict statutory proceedings requiring strict proof. This principle was reinforced in Article Abubakar against INEC, where the court emphasized that the necessity of polling unit level evidence. Despite this clear jurisprudence, litigation without evidential foundation persists. The consequence is not merely judicial inconvenience. It is systemic distortion. Judicial time is diverted. Electoral outcomes are delayed, and public confidence is weakened. In effect, frivolous litigation becomes a form of post-election instability. If lawyers relate to their clients with candor and professionalism, half of the electoral matters in court today will not be there. Judicial time and resources will be saved. Delayed tactics, media trials, and absence of the court. Another ethical concern is the use of delayed tactics in election litigation. Although Section 285 of the Constitution imposes strict timeline for the solution of electoral disputes, litigants sometimes attempt to frustrate this timeline through interlocutory application and procedural delays. Election matters are supposed to be resolved without delay to avoid uncertainty in governance. In electoral matters, delay is never neutral, it is strategic. Alongside this is the increasing phenomenon of media trials, when lawyers litigate public perception while matters remain before the courts. This practice undermines the sub-judice discipline, misleads the public, and indirectly pressures judicial officers. Professionalism and decorum demand restraint. Electoral litigation is not only about winning cases, it's about preserving the integrity of the adjudicatory process. The judiciary remains the final stabilizer of Nigeria's electoral system. In America and INEC, the court did not merely interpret the law, it redefined the political consequence of party nominations. That decision illustrates the judiciary's central role in electoral legitimacy. However, judicial authority derives legitimacy from public confidence. When litigation is perceived as manipulative or ethically compromised, confidence in judicial neutrality is weakened. This places lawyers at the center of democratic stability. Because they are ministers in the hallowed temple of justice. They find and defend the case. They present evidence and frame the reliefs and orders upon which judges make their decisions. In many respects, the quality and character of judicial decisions are shaped by the quality and character of the argument and materials presented by lawyers. They are not peripheral arguments. They are architects of electoral disputes. Corrupt practices. This is a very serious ethical problem. It is the elephant in the room. The truth is that it is difficult for litigants in election petition cases to reach out to judges. Those with easy access to the judges are the lawyers. It is an ethical issue. Please discourage your clients from reaching out to judges. Stop assisting them to do so. It does not do good to the legal profession. When the litigant bribes a judge to buy justice, it does not give credit to the lawyer. It is only a tool that is used to have access to the church. It does not. Yet, the enduring lesson of Nigeria's electoral experience is simple. No legal framework can perform the ethical standard of those who operate in it. The legal system is only as strong as the character of its operators. Ultimately, electoral credibility is not sustained by statutes alone, but by whether legal practitioners act with honesty, restraint, and professional decorum. A legal system may tolerate weak cases. What it cannot sustain is the routine encouragement of weak cases by those entrusted to legal judgment. Future-proofing Nigeria's democracy is therefore not only a legislative task, it is also a professional obligation. And at the center of that obligation lie two simple but demanding truths: the courage and candor of a lawyer to tell his client the truth about his case, even when that truth is inconvenient, and the decorum to play by the rules and act with professionalism. I will leave you with the judicial pronouncement of Ibrahim Mohammed Musa Salau, JC, Inimoga, and others against Urubai. The law find it is right that legal profession and the legal profession to which advocate belong occupies an unenviable position of preeminence. All members of the well-cherished legal profession, judges, barristers, or solicitors, are uniquely under an onerous duty to exhibit a very reasonable degree of knowledge, skill, courage, resilience, tact, intellect, and most importantly, an unquestionable integrity of the highest order. Undoubtedly, the fact that legal practitioners pride themselves as members of the learned and honorable profession must be established. The truth is that not a few see the according to Jonathan Swift in his book, Gulliver's Travels, lawyers are a society of men bred up from their youth the art of proving by words for the blind, for the purpose that white is black and that black is white, according as they are paid. The prejudice against the legal profession is undoubtedly ignorant. Recall the dialogue between Jesus Christ and the Pharisees in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 11. Verse 7 asks that, "Woe to you, Pharisees, for you have lost the best seats in the synagogues and greetings in the marketplaces. For woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for you are like graves which are not seen, and the men who walk over them are not aware of them." 45. Now one of the lawyers answered and said to him, "Teacher, by saying these things, you do us also." And Jesus Christ replied to him, "Woe to you also, lawyers, for you load men with burdens hard to bear, and you yourselves do not touch the burdens with one of them. Woe to you, lawyers, But you are taking away the key of knowledge. You do not enter in yourselves. And those who are entering in, will not. Find this in good level assets, not a body of society. Only good knowledge of the law and high ethical standards will ensure that. The one that I'm for you, man. I'm done. Enjoy your day.
Sit down, gentlemen. We particularly appreciate this lecture. And like I pleaded with you earlier on, the soft copy has been sent to me. Next tomorrow being Sunday at our MBA meeting, every member who registered for this LAWWEEK activity or ceremony will be entitled to each of the lectures delivered from day one to this. The letter of the AIG, David, you will get it. I'm going to come to you now. Minister, permit me to appreciate and acknowledge the presence of Rotarian Monday Appropriate. Just give me. He's our landlord for now. But at the appropriate time, I will say more. Thank you, sir, and you are welcome. Dr. Lady Florence is also in our midst. Madam, please, you are welcome. And please, I'm sure we give her 7 course fee at our expense. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys come, continue and enjoy your meals. As time progresses, more announcements will be made, and you all be notified with every developments in due course. Thank you.
Can't you see how much I've been loving? Sing it till the time and time again. Oh, Casanova, Casanova, oh, Casanova, Casanova. Every man deserves a moment, and I want you to be my wife. Tell us all what's best in the woman just like you in my life. So let me love you. Baby, up inside, I want to hold you and give it time. So there's reason. There's nothing I'll get down on my knees. I am no Casanova. I am Romeo now. Can't you see how much I really love you? Say it to you time and time again. Oh, Casanova, Casanova, oh, Casanova,
Wait, one now. Shut up.
Everyone's